Pêl-droed byw rwan o benwythnos agoriadol Adran Premier Genero ac mae sylwebedd Saesneg ar gael ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is available for this match. Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline.
Win the quad, win it for the fourth time, but it's going to be a tough season ahead, I know that, but I think we're willing to work hard and achieve it again.
We don't just want to survive this season, we're ready to kind of push and really push the expectations.
The goals, like I said, are just to be putting Swansea back where we feel like it should be at the top.
We're going into every game with a winning mentality. We just want to push for the most points, the most goals and most clean sheets that we've ever had.
Oh, the goal for this season obviously is we'd like to go one better.
Top four finish. Keep working together to get up to the top.
In this league, there's going to be teams that are looking to survive, there's going to be teams that are looking to solidify themselves, and there's going to be teams that are looking to compete. And we are definitely the latter. We are going to be competing this season. We're throwing our hat in the ring for champions.
Win the league, obviously.
Mae'r nod yn un syml, ond yn un uchelgeisiol tu hwnt. Ennill y gyngrair mae'r seintiau newydd am geisio wneud, ond heddiw ar benwythnos agoriadol y tymor, y pencampwyr Caerdydd yw'r gwrthwynebwyr. Y croeso mawr at benwythnos agoriadol prif Adran Genero fan hyn ar S4C. Mae fe'n braf iawn cael eich cwmni chi ac mae fe'n braf iawn cael cwmni Iona Williams hefyd. A Iona, newydd yw'r gair i ddisgrifio'r seintiau, rheolwr newydd, chwaraewyr newydd, ond clwb sydd yr un mor benderfynol ag eriod i gipio'r bencampwriaeth yna.
Ia, tîm newydd, lot o chwaraewyr newydd i dod i fewn, rhai wedi gadael, rheolwr newydd, ond nid yn unig y seintiau. Yn y gyngrair sy'n edrych ar yr 8 tîm, mae 6 rheolwr newydd, felly mae yna lot o symudiadau wedi digwydd dros yr ha, felly tymor eitha cyffroes o blaenau, dwi'n meddwl.
Ie, mae fe'n mynd i fod yn ddiddorol iawn i weld siwd mae'r stori yn digwydd eleni ym Mhrif Adran Genero. Reite, dyma gêm ola'r penwythnos, mi oedd yna 2 gêm arall yn y gyngrair. Nawn ni ddechrau gyda Llansawel yn colli o 5 gôl i 2 i Wrexham, ond oedd Llansawel ar y blaen o 2 gôl i 0 fyna. Aberystwyth, 2 gôl gan Modlen Gwyn a Carys Bufton yn sicrhau 3 pwynt i Aberystwyth yn erbyn Pontypridd, a wedyn ni y Bari yn colli o 4 gôl i 0. Chloe Chivers gyda llaw yn sgorio gôl gynta'r tymor i Abertawe ar ôl 2 funud fyna, felly un bach arall i fynd fan hyn. Reit, fel o'n i'n sôn, mae yna rheolwr newydd gan y seintiau newydd. Jodie Williams nath ymuno o Academy tîm menywod Everton dros yr haf, a mae hi wedi bod yn siarad gyda'n gohebydd ni, Nicky John.
Well, Jodie, happy new season and welcome to the Adran Premier. How has pre-season gone for the new Saints?
It's gone really well, thank you. Yeah, we're very happy with how pre-season has gone across the board, whether that's on pitch and off pitch. Yeah, we're really happy. We've had some positive games. We've also had some testing games, so nice variation of fixtures that you'd want in there. And yeah, we're really happy with how things have gone.
And they probably don't come much bigger, do they, than hosting the champions here on the opening day of the season. Is it a sense of excitement or maybe one of trepidation and the opportunity to make a mark on the first day like this?
I think naturally there's mixed feelings going on across the team and across the staff. Of course, there's testing first fixture against Cardiff, but one that we feel we're prepared for and ready for today, so looking forward to it.
And of course, at the beginning of any new season like this, there's always going to be a sense of discussing which faces are coming in, which faces have left perhaps, and you have brought in some new experienced faces. Is that an area that you felt would help this team push on from the last season?
Yeah, 100%. We've got really good foundations. We came into really good foundations within the team and across the club, but definitely something that we wanted to add to, myself and the other staff that were new coming in. We wanted to add to the experience, and also I think just the atmosphere in and around the club and the team, for the culture. It's always good to add new faces in and freshen things up a little bit. So yeah, that's what we've done through pre-season, and so far everything's really good. The new players have mixed in well with the team, and we've had some real successes from what they've been able to bring us onto the pitch.
Jodie, diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ie, mae fe braf iawn croesawu Jodie Williams i'r gyngrair. Iona, be wneud i o'r penaltiad? Achos pan i ti'n edrych ar y CV sydd gyda hi, mae wedi gweithio i glybiau mawr, Fulham, Wolves, Everton.
Ie, mae jyst yn rhaid yn egas allan, dwi'n meddwl pa mor benderfynol ydy'r Saint Eleni i gystadlu am y gyngrair, wedig yn erbyn Gaerdydd, so dyna di'r tîm. Mae pawb eisiau curo. Ond dwi'n edrych mlaen gweld bod mae Jodie dod. Dydy reoli yn y Cymru Premier o blaen, yn yr uwch adran Genero. Felly, bydd yn ddorol gweld be mae hi'n dod efo hi o'i chefndir dros y ffin. Felly, ia, a chwaraewyr newydd gen i rei wedi gadael, ond bydd yn ddorol gweld sy'n mae rei newydd yn gelio ddawn.
A mae'n oleni Siona Duffy y cyn rheolwr, nath greu gymaint o argraff tymor diwethaf. Oedd hi'n bach o sioc felly i weld hi'n gadael, ond fel oedd Jodie'n sôn fyna, mae di etifeddi sefyllfa positif iawn fan hyn ar y Seintiau Newydd.
Ia, fi sôn doedd am y foundation, so mae hi wedi cymryd dros y gen Siona, a wedi gwneud gwaith gwych. Wedi orffan mor uchel yn y gyngrair llynedd, a mae Jodie wedi gwneud eitha clir mae yma i ennill y gyngrair lenni. So, llynedd, tymor eitha llwyddiannus curo tlws yr adran, wrth guro Gaerdydd yn y rownd wyth ola, felly mae Jodie wedi gwneud eitha clir, maen nhw eisiau dystep yn bellach lenni.
A fi'n credu, be oedd yn gres o ran tymor diwethaf, oedd tîm ifanc iawn gyda'r Seintiau Newydd, ond haf yma, maen nhw wedi dod â lot fwy o brofiad mewn. Ti'n sôn am chreuwyr fel Amber Lightfoot, nath ymuno o Wrexham, Kelsey Richardson, Harriet Wellings hefyd. Mae fe'n dangos bod nhw'n benderfynol, ond mae'n un cam ymhellach, mae gen nhw.
Yndi, maen nhw wedi dod â chwarae profiadol i fewn. Amber Lightfoot, dwi'n meddwl fydd yn gobeithio sgorio dipyn o goliad, dwi'n meddwl fydd hi'n chwaraewr eich pwysig, ond mae hi'n newydd ddod i fewn chydig flwyddyn ôl, so ydy hi wedi cael amser? Gawn ni weld heddiw, mae'n cychwyn y gêm, felly gawn ni weld.
Ie, a siŵr o fod y gêm anoddau gallen nhw wedi cael o ran y gêm agoriadol. Be ti'n credu fydd y nod yn erbyn yr adargleision hynna?
Dwi'n meddwl fydd Jodie eisiau gweld sut mae thîm yn cystadlu yn erbyn y goran y gyngrair. So felly dwi'n meddwl ar ôl heddiw fydd hi'n gwybod be di'r safon a be sy'n angen gwella symud ymlaen ar ôl heddiw.
Wel, i ni wedi clywed gan y Seintiau Newydd, felly beth am i ni clywed gan Gaerdydd. Mae aelod o dîm hyfforddi yr adargleision, Noah Bushby, wedi bod yn siarad gyda Nicky.
Well, Noah, obviously it's lovely to meet you, lovely to see you this afternoon, but I do also have to ask about the whereabouts of Cardiff manager Ian Derbyshire this afternoon as you take the helm today.
Yeah, Ian's just away for personal reasons. You know, he would love to be here. He's gutted he's missing it, but we're, you know, keeping everything exactly the same. I've been here for a number of years. The players are used to me, so it should be, you know, the ship will run normally, and so yeah, it should be fine.
The beginning of a new campaign today, and as champions, can I ask, how have preparations been coming into this new season?
Yeah, really positive. Of course, you know, starting with the Champions League, we came back really early for that. And the pre-season was really valuable for us. We played against some top sides from England, trained. It was a really intense 6 weeks before the Champions League, where we really needed to work hard, get our style of play across. So yeah, the preparations have been really positive, and with the Champions League campaign and how it went, it gives us real motivation now for the rest of the season to go and win the league again and prove we're able to play at that level.
There have been a few changes in the squad over the summer, with some influential players moving on. How much are you looking forward now to seeing what this group can achieve together, and also how they develop as a team?
Yeah, I mean, you know, this year I feel that we've had a lower turnover of players than we normally have. The last 3 years we've had a big turnover of players. So this year's we've sort of been grateful that we had less players leave. It meant that we could really focus on specific player profiles to bring in. So bringing in Helen, bringing in Maddie, and keeping a real core group together. That was really important for us. So yeah, the team, we're used to making a team gel and playing in our style, and that's exactly what we intend to do this season again.
Noah, diolch yn fawr iawn. Thanks very much.
Diolch.
Mae'r gic gyntaf yn agosau fan hyn yng Nghrwys Oswallt. A reminder, we do have English language commentary available for this one this afternoon. And we've got former Wales international Katie Sherwood joining the team. Katie, so good to have you with us. And look, the beginning of any season is always incredibly exciting. But in terms of Cardiff's perspective, you know, there were a couple of challenges last season. TNS, Britain Ferry were up there challenging them. Do you see the same thing happening once again this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we see season upon season this league go from strength to strength, and we've seen TNS, Britain Ferry, Wrexham really pushing Cardiff City last season. But this team, you know, they've created this winning mentality, and they'll most definitely be looking for their fourth successive title. But I think TNS, you know, they strengthen, new manager, new faces. It's going to be a really, really tough contest here this evening.
In terms of the Bluebirds, Katie, you know, they've lost some key players. You think Molly Kehoe, you think Eliza Colley. Do you think Ian Derbyshire, maybe his challenge is now finding different ways to keep winning and to keep pushing?
Yeah, you know, like Noah said, there's always a turnover of players. The players go on to new clubs, but they seem to always be able to produce this young talent coming through. They've made a couple of signings. Obviously, losing players is not ideal, but you know, they've got a good core in this group. And like I said, they have such a winning mentality. Their focus will be on retaining the title once again.
And look, Casey, I have to ask you, your little sister, Hannah Power, the Bluebirds captain, she's back this season. She had to watch from the sidelines last season. She was off having her little baby. I bet you're a very, very proud big sister this afternoon.
Yeah, it's an absolutely incredible achievement. You know, Nellie was only born in February, so to be back for the beginning of the season, she's worked really hard. You know, she's got a captain armband in a new position this evening as well. So yeah, really proud of her.
Absolutely fantastic to see her back. Katie, thank you very much for the time being. Iona, Katie yn sôn fyna, twyd, y seintiau newydd Llansawel yn herio Caerdydd. Y cwestiwn yw, os rhywun yn mynd i allu ddisodli nhw, ti'n credu, Eleni?
Fel oedd Katie yn sôn, mae ennill yn dod yn habit. A mae nhw wedi arfer ennill, a maen nhw'n chwaraewr mor proffesiynol. Dyn nhw'n mynd distan ôl a gadael pob arall al y fyny. Maen nhw'n mynd i bwysio. Maen nhw wedi curo 3 yn olynol. Maen nhw'n mynd i bwysio mewn pedwerydd. Fydd Ian Derbyshire chydig bach yn siomedig o llynaf heb di curo'r treble, ond iddo fo, dwi'n meddwl hefyd, mae'r her o'n Ewrop yn fod yn gol enni. Maen nhw'n curo gyngor llynaf o 10 pwynt, ond y step nesaf yn Ewrop, colli 4 gol ddim yn Athlone, yn Werddon. Felly dwi'n bod eisiau cael y bwlch Ewrop na, ond yn bendant curo gyngor yma gyntaf.
Kate'n sôn fyna ambell i chwaraewr wedi gadael, ond un sydd wedi aros, Fiona Barry. Am seren, 13 gol ym mhob cystadleuaeth tymor diwetha. Maen nhw'n mynd i fod, hi fydd seren y sioe unwaith eto, ti'n credu, Eleni?
Ia, mae'n chwarae'r allweddol i Gaerdydd. A da ni'n anghofio, dim ond 19 oed ydy hi. Mae'n chwarae fy hen ben, mae'n gallu lledaenu chwarae, mae'n gallu sgori gol fel da ni'n gweld o fanna. Sgori gol allweddol yn rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru llynydd. Ia, mae'n allweddol i Gaerdydd. Dwi'n chwarae bob gêm llynydd a dwi'n gweld ti'n gwneud ei fath lenni.
O ran Caerdydd heddi, be fydd y nodi yn Derbyshire reolwr, dyw e ddim yma, ond wrth gwrs bydden nhw wedi gwneud yr holl waith paratoi a byd nhw'n benderfynol o ddechrau'r tymor ar nodyn bositif a gyda'r 3 phwynt yna o ddi cartref.
Ia, mae'r gwaith cartre wedi wneud. Mae'r gwaith calad wedi wneud dros yr ha, wedi chwarae ambell i gêm pre-season wedi bod yn llwyddiannus. Felly dwi'n meddwl, mae gêm gyntaf, gêm agoriadol yn tymor yn setio'r tôn am gweddill, yn enwedig yn meistredd cyntaf, felly ond gêm galad ydy dyma'r seintiad, felly, ia, dwi ddim mor hawdd a fysa rei meddwl fysai.
Wel, i ni ffili aros am hon. I ni bron yn barod i fynd fan hyn. Maen nhw'n dansio fan hyn yn y seintiau. Maen nhw'n barod. I ni yn sicr yn barod. Amser am hoi fach fan hyn, ond pidwch mynd unrhyw le. Y seintiau newydd yn erbyn Caerdydd sydd i ddod wedi'r egwyl. Shwmae ni a chroeso I benwthnos agoriadol y Brif Adran. Ar ôl I dîm cenedlaethol menywod Cymru gyrraedd yr Euros am y tro cyntaf eleni, mae'r gêm domestig yn parhau I ffynnu hefyd. Ac I ni am ddilyn y cyfan trwy gydol y tymor yma ar sgorio. Reit I ni bron yn barod I fynd fan hyn, felly draw yn I nawr at ein tîmau sylwebu ni. Your usual reminder that we do have English language commentary available. Katie Sherwood is alongside Nick Parry, ac yn y Gymraeg mae'n amser I ni ymuno a Gwenan Harris a Dylan Ebenezer.
Good afternoon, welcome everybody, and it feels as if this could be a big season for both of these sides. Cardiff, they go to be the first side ever to win the title 4 seasons consecutively. The new Saints under new management look to improve on what was a very satisfactory 3rd place last season. Good atmosphere, the feeling possibly of a new beginning. 8 of the clubs have changed manager, save for 2. 6 new managers already to start this season, and it's been an afternoon full of goals already, with games at Barry, Britton Ferry and Pontypridd. But perhaps it's fair to say that this is the one they've been waiting for. Looking at the team, there are the sides. Then the new Saints, well, Kelsey Richard and Kelsey Harrison are new, and then for the visiting debut for Helen Evans and Madison Perrott, so also a new manager in charge of the new Saints. No fee on price for Cardiff. She has an injury.
Yeah, we can see the TNS lineup here. I think we'll see them sit in a back 5 when they're out of possession, but what they do have, they have wing-backs who like to find themselves in those advanced positions. Francis Jones, Lightfoot, we'll see them bombing on, trying to get support into Harrison, Jones and Tia, and we've seen the impact that they had last season. Cardiff City, we usually see them in a back 3, but changing to a back 4 this season. Shannon Evans, player of the season, she'll be looking to command that back 4. Hannah Power, captain, a different position this year into that centre midfield position, and a front 3 will really look to stretch and push TNS. Lily Billingham, she is one of the players for Cardiff City to watch this evening. All action midfielder, very dynamic, creative, tenacious, great vision, an eye for goal, and the one who can really unlock any stubborn defence. I'm really excited to see what she can bring to the league once again this season. A new signing for TNS, Kelsey Richardson, a very experienced player. She's played at Port Vale and Stoke, coming over from the bridge. A very composed ball-playing midfielder, and she'll look to add to that experience in this team.
John Andrew Jones, deputy head teacher from Mould in Flintshire, in charge. He's already been in charge of 5 games this early in the season, and the visitors, the champions in blue. And here we go. And the visitors trying to ensure that as many get an early touch as possible, and that's an early chase for Helen Evans, and Helen Evans is strong, she's determined. That's a goal kick, and we have a man in temporary charge today for the visitors, Noah Bushby, with Ian Derbyshire, well, should we just say absent? With leave, I emphasise.
What a great opportunity for Noah to step in. You know, that, like he said, pre-match, he knows these girls really well, so it should be business as usual.
And new face, new head on the block as well for the new Saints, with 32-year-old Jodie Williams taking over from Shauna Duffy after her, well, exceptional season last season.
Yeah, and she's coming into a great team. Like she said, you know, great foundations have already been laid for this team. She's signed some really good experienced players, and that will really help this young really dynamic team. So I'm really, really interested to see what they can do this season and how they can push these top teams.
Champions for 4 consecutive seasons. The ball out towards Frances Jones. And she aims towards Chantel Tier. And time for Tiggy Webb to show composure. Back to Rebecca Elliott. She'll be a little bit disappointed with that distribution and gives a rather cheap throw to Cardiff.
Yeah, first touch for the goalkeeper, just settling those nerves.
Early push. Kelsey Richardson, 14 years with Stoke City, formerly of Port Vale. And again, a rather cheap free kick conceded, early chance for the visitors.
Yeah, it's about settling those nerves, isn't it? And having that discipline. You really want to set the tone these first 5 minutes of the game.
Barry in towards the penalty spot, goes right through. No touch from Shannon Evans. She perhaps will feel that having got there, she could have done better once again. Rebecca Elliott comes very, very close to conceding possession. Still up is Hannah Power since the last set-piece kick in her new role. It's a good ball in, but Rebecca Elliott will be grateful to have a touch and to have an early chance to compose herself.
Yeah, they like to build from the back, TNS, but you have to do it with purpose. You have to do it, you know, with accuracy. And at the moment, they're causing their own problems and they're turning over the ball far too easily for Cardiff City. Absolutely, I think that's 3, if not 4 poor passes, giving possession away. There's a chance there to put in Lexi Harrison, but it's intercepted, and once again the visitors look composed. Yeah, Shannon Evans, played of the season for the Adran Premier, and you're going to have to make sure that your balls into the striker are got to be much more accurate than that to test her. She's very good at reading the game, her positioning. Barry. That was ambitious, but it does fall kindly for Cardiff. All a little bit too easy at the moment. Challenges not made. Passes going astray. But perhaps it's first game of the season. And that's the cast, by the way, on Fionn Price's hour. Apparently she's got an appointment next week to be told when that might be removed. Yeah, she'll be itching to get back to playing. Such an important player for Cardiff City, you know, the league's top goal scorer in that full-back position. Credit to her. So yeah, she's a big loss for Cardiff City today, but hopefully they'll have her back on the pitch soon. More than one have actually asked me, is that right? Was she top scorer? Defender, 12 goals, but she was. Yep, impressive. Jenkins with yet another free kick. Offside given. Kenzie Hope. She suffered a long-term injury. Again, Matilda Edge looks a bit edgy. I wonder what she's thinking. She's probably thinking that I've got work tomorrow as well. She's probably thinking, what am I planning for my class tomorrow? Because she's a school teacher as well. I could have asked you the same question, Kate, and had the same answer. I'll think about that in 90 minutes. Just a little tug there on Chantel Tier, but it's enough. 5 minutes played, no real chance, and no real surprises. The visitors, the quicker of the two sides to settle down, and again one of the reasons for that has been the work of Fiona Barry. She's had an excellent start, fails to feed that in towards Mackenzie Hope Holden. They come again with Cook. Perrott back towards Cook.
She's got a fearsome left foot when she gets hold of it, and they'll have to keep an eye on her. And Helen Evans playing against her old club. Summer move from the New Saints to Cardiff.
Yeah, a huge signing for Cardiff City, but also a massive loss for TNS. She was the heartbeat in their midfield last season, and it's a quick return to her previous team.
Owen. She's continued the run, but as we saw on the other side of the field, the final ball not quite accurate.
And that's what we'll see from Cardiff City. They really like to push their full-backs up and join in those advanced positions, create those overloads and really push and try and pin TNS back. It's just that final quality on that final ball coming in.
Once again, possession lost cheaply. Oh, that's a fine shot from Lily Billingham. She really got hold of that, and it would have made TNS pay for simply sloppy defending.
Yeah, you can't give players like this that opportunity, that chance from giving the ball away so easily. Lily Billingham, she'll pick up those balls all day long on the edge of the box, and we've seen it time and time again. She has this in her locker. She has the technical ability to put those balls top corner.
Seemed to be a little bit of a heavy touch from her. Perhaps it ran away from her a little bit before she fired, but Barry really is involved. Ball goes out towards Cook. Harrett again. She's dispossessed. Making the run up front is Chantel Tier. It doesn't arrive, and the ball is back comfortably to Lisa Owen.
Yeah, I just like to see TNS stretch Cardiff a little bit, put the balls into those areas, get them turning towards their own goal.
Harrett, that's low. And had there been a slip, Mackenzie Hope-Holden was there, and Rebecca Elliott, in fairness, did well to make sure that that stuck.
Yeah, an exciting new signing for Cardiff City. A young player, young under-19 international player. Really looking forward to see what she can do in the league, and it's great to see these type of players getting their opportunities, because this league is about developing these youth players in the Welsh setup as well, so it's great for them to have this platform.
And again, the ball lost cheaply in midfield. It's a rather ambitious effort by Shannon Evans, and that's made it rather easy for Elliott. Good tussle, yeah, and for once the decision goes against Tiggy Webb. Good work there by
Chantel Tier again.
Yep,
what she's doing, she's dropping in, she's finding those little pockets of space, she's dragging those centre-backs into places that they don't really want to go.
Yeah, Neve Jenkins, of course, was who had the tussle with her. And an early touch, if not a first touch indeed, for Karen Chamberlain. It's a blustery old evening. That doesn't help. Billingham. Good work. Seizing the opportunity. Yeah, and that doesn't quite reach Amber Lightfoot.
I think we could see from both teams that, you know, it's first game of the season, settling those nerves. You want to get off to a good start, you want to set the tone, but it's who can really get a foothold in this game and find that composure.
Fiona Barry looks for Perrott. Back there is Edge. Given away, and it's Lisa Owen and Fiona Barry down the right hand side. The real problems here is Barry. Oh, that was a good chance. Left or right, that goes in, doesn't it? And it would be an early goal and a deserved goal for Mackenzie Holden.
Yeah, you have to question the defending there. She's, you know, right in between the two centre backs. Someone has to take control there. They have to pick her up.
It's happened again. And there's another chance for a shot. This time it's deflected, and the long leg of Mackenzie Hope-Olden doesn't make contact with the shot from Lily Billingham. But short of scoring, Cardiff City are dominating the first 12 minutes of this game.
Yeah, again, it's Lisa Owen in that advanced full-back position. It's a great ball in by Barry. She actually had more time than she thought. She makes great connection with the ball. Just want to direct that a little bit more into the corners, but TNS, they've got away with one there.
It's high. Good touch from the keeper. Still needs to be cleared. There's a head injury. I think it's Tiggy Webb who's down. Yep. But as you say, going back to that chance, she really caught it well. If that had gone in, we'd have been complimenting.
Yeah, it would have been a wonder goal, wouldn't it? The build-up play, the ball in. And I think Mackenzie Olden will want to make a name for herself this season. We've seen Eliza Colley move on to Gwalia, and she will be Cardiff City's main player to try and get the goals this season. Yeah, it's great connection, isn't it? That's really difficult to do, watch the ball coming in and to hit that first time.
Either side, that was in, and you have to compliment Barry's work once again. The league's Young Player of the Year last year, and she was also in the team of the season, and Barry's had a really good start. And Tiggy Webb is going to have to go off, only no doubt to return. We'll see. And for once, Rebecca Elliott, well, I was going to say clears upfield, but the distribution from the back has been the source of so many problems. That stayed alive, according to the assistant referee, gives Cardiff a chance to come again. Perrott outside, waiting. Again, Owen beats the defender too easily. Barry gets the ball in. Who's there first? Not Owen, but Owen doesn't give up the challenge. That's a clever effort again from Mackenzie Hope-Olden, and she's knocking on the door.
Yeah, again, though, TNS causing their own problems. They win the ball back, they're trying to play out for the back. Sometimes you just need to play in the right areas. There's nothing wrong in those positions, putting your foot through the ball. The ball lands again at Mackenzie Olden's feet, and there's another opportunity to put the TNS under pressure.
It is getting on for 6 o'clock, but it's dark here. It's a stormy looking evening, a blustery evening. The conditions aren't easy. Again, ball goes straight to Cardiff, and when they don't have it, their tenacity ensures that they then do. They're winning all the individual battles at the moment. Again, looking for Barry, and foul given there.
Looked a bit soft to me, but it's Lily Billingham who won the ball back against TNS. She wins the ball back in midfield, and then she's the one who's making the dart and run to get back on the end of the ball.
Yeah,
it's clever play. She feels the contact. I think that's honest defending, in my opinion.
Yep, Baker certainly looked unhappy at that decision. Now then, is this tactical?
100% tactical. Goalkeeper's got a big smile on her face. The whole team have gone to the sideline, but I think it's needed at the moment. They're not organised. They're out of shape. Cardiff are running off players. They're not picking up markers. So it's a perfect opportunity to just try and regroup, get on some instructions.
Well, at least Cardiff have said, well, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. I don't think you need a water break, the weather we've had up here today. And look, there's a diagram. It's a coaching session.
How's the goalkeeper doing down there?
Still smiling, still smiling.
Oh, there you go. She's having a great time.
She's embarrassed, isn't she? I'm sure she's been told, just stay down.
I mean, we know this is part of the game, but, play your poker face a little bit better. Okay, so we got the board out, we got the phone out.
They're listening to you. surely the referee, I said young referee, he's not inexperienced, surely he
Didn't you
puts
say
his
he's
foot
the
down.
deputy head teacher?
Absolutely.
Come on, assert yourself.
Sort the children out. Playtime does not go on this long. Well, I think he could have insisted they come back on. Okay, he'd be speaking to a class of 22 or 21 with a keeper on the line. In the meantime, it's a free kick. In the meantime, Fiona Berry to take it, and in the meantime, it remains goalless. The second quarter starts. In it goes. Oh, good, determined play, and again Billingham gets her shot in, and at the moment they're all going straight at Rebecca Elliott, but efforts on goal, 4 or 5 now from Cardiff.
Yeah, they're building some momentum, and again it's Lily Billingham who seems to be causing the most chaos in and around the TNS box. Yeah, she moves, she's got great feet, Lily. She can really move the ball really well. Again, pressure on the ball. She's getting closer.
And Cardiff are getting closer, and it really is. I say that as Katie Sherwood flies to save her notes, and my very kind producer flies to put his hand on mine.
Well, Nick, I've been holding on to Summer for such a long time. I think it's time. I think that it's time. It's time to let it go.
Yep. And we've got a big black curtain alongside us, and that's decided to have a party, and it's up in the air, almost blocking our view. And it's absolutely pouring it down. All in all, stormy. I think playtime's over, isn't it? Back into
Wet
class.
play. Oh, these are the perfect conditions. I used to love playing in these conditions.
Did you really?
Yeah. You can zip the ball about. You can't fly into challenges how you used to when I used to play, but yeah, perfect conditions.
Katie Sherwood, 50 caps for Wales, 2 goals, as she watches Lisa Owen put a rare ball into the Cardiff City penalty box. And she's anxious to keep such momentum as they have now going. There's a push there, and Cook gets away with that one. And interestingly, Cook there simply telling her goalkeeper, telling her defenders, just calm down. That's the first pressure they've been under.
Yeah, and you know that's what Cardiff City do have. They have a lot of experience. You've played in this league for a long time, and these are the moments where you know you're under a little bit of pressure, and you just need those calming presence around you.
And it's their turn to be a little bit slack, and they experience the same difficulty as TNS do in getting out of their own defence, and TNS are anxious to take advantage now. Owen, 20 minutes played. Looks for the chance to put the ball in. That comes off Michaela Cook. And it's undoubtedly the longest that TNS have spent in the Cardiff half. It's their better period. Edge trying to help Frances Jones. Edge finds Lexi Harris. And now this is what TNS have got to beware. Helen Evans on the charge. A proper counter, and steaming down the middle is Billingham. Billingham thought of shooting, She passes, and looks for Fiona Barry, and that, if that had gone in, it would have been a fine goal at the end of a very fine counter-attack.
Yeah, it's great transitional play from Cardiff City. You know, Helena Evans driving forward, really pushing TNS back. She's exploiting the space that Maria Francis-Jones have left behind. She gets her head up. Again, composed play from Billingham. And you can see what Barry's trying to do. She has that technical ability to try and put it in that top corner. But great transitional play.
And that would have been a disappointing end to a period of pressure for TNS. But that same pressure may have given them some hope. Ball won in midfield by Leah Lewis, but it goes straight through to Kevin Chamberlain. TNS, well, that's good work by Lexi Harrison, and they're growing into the game a little bit.
Yeah, a lot more urgency from them. They're getting their wide players into play. They're finding themselves in those advanced positions, moving the ball with a lot more intent. Much better.
Edge closed down, and you get the impression they want to do everything that little bit quicker. They need to keep such momentum as they have going. Midway through the first half, just to remind you, on Scorio tomorrow night, Wales under-21 play Denmark under-21. That's live at 7:15 on our socials and on Scorio YouTube. And also to be found on the BBC iPlayer. Away comes Fiona Barry. It's a good accurate ball, not well controlled, poor first touch, but she comes again. And it's Billingham. She feeds the ball in, that's across the goal. It would have been from Mackenzie Holden, but for the fact that Leah Lewis stepped in very, very importantly.
Yeah, it's great recovery from Leah Lewis. Again, it's Lily Billingham pulling the strings. Mackenzie Holden, she looks up, you can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to get Helena Evans in on the back post. But it's great defensive work from Leah Lewis, sorry.
And the chances, well, they've been piling up for Cardiff. They've done everything but score. It's a good ball in. Was it Shannon Evans, I think, who got a head to it? It struck a defender as well. It's another corner, and out goes Michaela Cook. She's anxious to take this as quickly as possible. Lily Billingham goes towards her. And Niamh Jenkins, the centre-half, is on the edge of the box amongst the cluster of players. It should have gone under the bar, surely.
Oh, it's a great opportunity. Shannon Evans was really disappointed with that. It's great timing, it's a great leap. She beats all the defenders. It's a fantastic delivery in by Michaela Cook. It's a great timed run. She almost meets it too aggressively. Yep. Just needs that little bit of composure just to get it underneath the bar.
Yep. League Player of the Year last season. Formerly of Barry and Met, of course. Little bit of a niggle during the replay. Amber Lightfoot will have to leave, only I'm sure to return.
A new signing again for TNS this season, coming from Wrexham. Fantastic addition to their squad. A very direct player, full of flair, full of quality, and she'll be looking to make her mark for this team this evening.
They were very excited to announce her signing just this week. Helen Evans out towards Cook, towards Perrott. Madison Perrott apparently has a a very, very large social media following. And she's playing well wide left there for the visitors today. One of the Welsh Football Association advisors, Graham Evans. And possibly wondering just how Cardiff aren't ahead in this game, and that is what the main consolation will be for the home side. But Lisa Owen on the run, looks again for Hope Alden, who's very busy, always looks, if not to fire herself, to create a chance. Michaela Cook closed down well there by Leah Lewis, and Leah Lewis looks to release Chantel Tier, and that's a little bit too aggressive by Chantel Tier, but that's the kind of spirit that the Saints will want their players to show.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. They need to be a bit more aggressive, assert themselves. It's great defending from Jenkins because Cardiff are really out of position. They're really disorganised, and it could have been a perfect opportunity for them to counter. But again, they're playing balls to feet. Play balls into the corners, push Cardiff City back, stretch them. Everything's too pretty at the moment.
It's good to see the youngsters here supporting. That's a shame. Is somebody suggesting that he should not beat that drum? I'm not sure I agree with that. He looks seriously disappointed.
Having a great time.
Oh, I wonder if that man was a primary school teacher.
Absolutely, we would encourage that, Nick. Express yourself.
Oh, that's a shame. He's carried that drum all the way here.
It's great to see these young supporters out there supporting the team on a Sunday evening in these conditions.
Yep, and before the game we saw two of the older generation actually having wooden rattles. So it's we've got it all here.
Football is for everyone.
We've got it all, I say, apart from goals. As we approach the half-hour mark, still goalless on an afternoon when Britton Ferry lost at home to Swansea by 4-0. Or Barry, rather. Britton Ferry lost at home to Wrexham, 5-2. I'll pause. It's a good ball to Lisa Owen. Can Lisa Owen get the ball into feet? Cleared well there by Niamh Jenkins. Only as far as Lightfoot. Out towards Lexi Jones. Lexi Jones watched by Niamh Jenkins, and throw in favour of the home side. Frances Jones is going to take this again. No, she'll take this again. Maria Frances Jones. As the sun comes out. And that, to put it mildly, is a wild effort. And Jodie Williams, half an hour played, goalless against the champions. She won't be too unhappy.
No, and I think the way the TNS started, you know, they have grown into this game. I think that little chat on 15 minutes has really helped them just to settle into the game a little bit more, and they're still in the game. It's 0-0. Even though Cardiff have dominated, they've had the most chances and possession, they're still in the game.
Rebecca Elliott, or rather Karen Chamberlain, takes her time, as Rebecca Elliott has been doing at the other side. They seem unwilling just to make a clearance. They want to pass to a defender, and Cardiff are having as much difficulty clearing at times as TNS, and Rebecca Elliott and Karen Chamberlain both having the same problems.
If you're going to play out from the back, you have to have that accuracy, you have to have the movement off the ball, otherwise you're just going to continuously put yourself under that pressure. And that's one thing the TNS do, they really do pressure aggressively, so you have to move the ball with much more composure.
Better from the home side. Edge pushes it out. Still haven't been able to really release Tier or Harrison, as Helen Evans, again not for the first time, tries to bring it away, spreads the ball out to Lisa Owen. Owen gets it back towards Evans. Fiona Barry joins, takes the pass. She is really a threat, always available. Unfortunately available there as the ball cannons off her. Now it's a chase, at least for Chantel Tier, but out by Karen Chamberlain.
Great positioning there from the goalkeeper, just being that sweeper keeper for that back four, reading the game, just being able just to get rid of the danger.
The wind seems to be favouring the home side. Maria Frances Jones watches as the ball comes in. Now then, keeper very composed, Chamberlain very composed, and there was no room for error there, being charged down by Chantel Tier.
Well, you make that decision to come off your line and be that high up, you have to win the ball, you don't have any other choice.
Owen still up there. Lovely play. Owen still goes, but perhaps a wrong choice there by Mackenzie Hope-Holden, but between them they half created an opening, and Lewis has a chance to bring it away. Out towards Frances Jones and back. That's over the line. Well, she probably knew exactly what she was doing.
I'm not sure how Noah might have felt on the sideline. But like I say, you make that decision, you're coming to get the ball. If not, you're taking the player, because you've made that early decision to leave your line. But it all worked out well in the end.
Well, Tier has scored 5 goals against Cardiff, 3 last season. And she was nearly presented with one on the plate there, but it didn't work out. Interception, good interception by Harrison. Harrison again looks for Tier. Jenkins back towards Chamberlain. Chamberlain finds Evans. Evans off at the second opportunity, goes in. Claims for a penalty from the New Saints, but they come again with Lightfoot. Lightfoot looking for Lexi Jones. Again, the keeper comes. Lexi Jones has gone past her. Lexi Jones across goal. Nobody there. And Tier is screaming at Lexi Jones, why didn't you pull it back? But one wonders perhaps that Tier should have made the run in. But far better from the home side.
Yeah, and it just all comes from playing in the right areas, putting the ball in behind, forcing Cardiff City into errors. It's a great ball in. We just need somebody with that desire to get in the box and get on the end of it.
That's lost in midfield by Baker, salvaged by Lightfoot. And this is turning out into a far more competitive game than the opening 20 minutes suggested. Now then, this was the penalty shout.
Well, they lose the ball, don't they? Helen Evans, she loses the ball, and it is a lunge. I don't know if there's much contact on the ball there, Nick.
And again, keeper comes out, keeper goes down, keeper stays down. And there's a yellow card shown. Now let's see exactly what happened with Karen Chamberlain. For the 3rd time, she has charged out. Now, that was nothing more than two players colliding.
I actually
surely.
think it's Michaela Cook jumps over Chamberlain. She catches her with her boot rather than the initial challenge with Chantal Tia. It looks like it's been done by her own player.
It certainly knocked her. And this will add to the time to be added at the end of this first half, but she's had a very eventful 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, she seems to be holding her head, so I wouldn't say it's from the initial challenge with Chantal Tia.
Yeah.
And you can see there's a mark on her face, so I think it's where Michaela Cook has jumped over her and she's caught her late with her boot.
We'll have another look at it. Yeah. It's certainly when she fell back, isn't it? It's the second collision that actually causes the fall back.
Yeah, it's Michaela Cook's trailing leg.
And then Shannon Evans has been yellow carded for the follow-up. The thumbs are up. It looks as if Kevin Chamberlain's going to be allowed to continue. That's probably good news for Cardiff, because with all due respect, the replacement goalkeeper is a 16-year-old, Grace Olsen.
As much as you want to have your opportunity between the sticks, you know, first game of the season. It's a big ask to go on at 16 years old, isn't it?
Now, Karen Chamberlain has to face the free kick that followed the collision and which led to the yellow card for Evans. So there are Kelsey Richardson and Leah Lewis. And it looks as if it's being left to Kelsey Richardson. And it looks as if she's going it alone. Yep. Not a bad effort from that distance. And at last, TNS have a shot on target, virtually.
Yeah, it's not too far away at all, is it? She goes for the drive, but just couldn't, the ball just doesn't dip in enough time to cause Chamberlain too much problems.
And just to confirm today's results, Wrexham were 2 down. They win 5-2, 2-0 for Aberystwyth. Swansea taking advantage of a yellow card for the Barry goalkeeper, and an offside there given. Tight call, possibly, but it's been a far better 15 minutes for TNS.
Yeah, they've really grown the last 10 minutes, haven't they? Finding themselves in those advanced positions on this right-hand side. You know, and that's what they thrive on, with Maria Francis-Jones pushing on into those advanced positions, creating those overloads and getting Chantal Tia into the game a lot more.
Why by Baker? Lisa Owen. And Owen again. And Lisa Owen is being penalised for that challenge. Well, there's no doubt about it. She went in hard, as they say.
Yeah, she's an aggressive full-back, Lisa Owen. The ball is there to be won, but it's a late challenge. Her trailing leg just catches, and that one is going to sting.
Yeah, and she herself missed a lot of last season through injury. She's not yellow carded, but it gives the home side a chance to put the ball in the box, which was, it has to be said, utterly wasted. And there may be a second chance for Baker. And that's a loose ball, and it's intercepted by Perrott, who's not going to be able to keep that in. And sloppiness again.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated if I was the TNS manager. You know, it's a set-piece opportunity. You can put the ball in the box, you know, cause some disruption for Cardiff City, and then you end up turning over the ball again. You know, it's those little moments that make a big difference in the game.
5 minutes of the first half to be played. There will be time added on, and again one of the prominent players in this first half, Lisa Owen, on the charge, out to another Fiona Barry. It's a busy week of football, and on Tuesday night at 7:20 live on S4C, Wales men's next international against Canada. So that's live on S4C, and our transmission begins at 7:20. And that'll be the 5th time that Wales and Canada meet. Good defensive work. Lewis has worked hard. Back towards Chamberlain. And Lightfoot would continue there and try to put her under pressure, but Chamberlain gets the ball away. And that's a chase once again for Lisa Owen. And she concedes the throw-in, but she's had an excellent and active first half.
Yeah, and you need a big engine to play in that position, you know, as that full-back. You want to be supporting both defence and attack, and she does it really well, and it creates those overloads, and it causes that confusion then.
Clever ball from Power, and didn't quite get to Hope Holden in the end, and the ball is with Maria Francis-Jones. She's closed down quickly by Helen Evans. Again, far too ambitious, cheaply given away, and from a TNS point of view, they'll be rather disappointed. They had a good period. They seem to have let it slip rather, but by being untidy, by giving the ball away, and the visitors, well, they've been allowed to settle.
Yeah, you can see what they're trying to do there. She's trying to switch the ball and get the opposite wing back in play, but it's just they haven't been able to execute it in terms of their passing range and just keeping the ball, and they turned the ball over far too easily for Cardiff City.
That was an important interception. Gibbs Evans. Lightfoot. And at least that kind of ball does put Cardiff under pressure, makes them concede possession higher up the pitch.
Yeah, it just gets them out of their own half, you know. It advanced up the pitch, reset again, just playing a bit more strategic rather than forcing possession and forcing your way, you know, out of your back line.
Well, overall, both sides have had good periods, but it's probably the home side who'll be the happier going in at half-time if it's like this.
Yeah, I think Cardiff City will be frustrated they haven't taken their opportunities. They've had the best of the opportunities, but you know, they're going in half-time, more than likely 0-0, and the game is still wide open.
It may be that there will be 4 or 5 minutes, I would imagine, added on because of various breaks. Edge looks to spread it out towards Francis-Jones. And that's another example of the ball that Katie was talking about. It just stretches Cardiff and it forces them on the back foot, and they've conceded possession high up the pitch.
Yeah, as a centre-back, when everything's played in front of you, it's easy. You want to disrupt their back line and cause more chaos.
5 minutes it is. Maria Francis-Jones to take this corner. Referee wants a word. And he'll have a word with Kelsey Richardson and also with Michaela Cook. Calm down, calm down. The message clear. Francis-Jones to take the kick. Lexi Harrison offers herself. It's going to be the long one. Oh, that's aimed for the big centre half, but Baker's header not on target. Yep, frustrated, and what will Jodie Williams be saying during half-time?
I think look after the ball a lot better, you know, make better decisions when you're in possession, stop putting yourself under pressure, but also back yourself a little bit more when you're in those advanced positions. Chantal Tier, she has loads of pace, you know, really creative. Can we see her more in the game and use their wide players a little bit more in order to stretch and really, you know, make those gaps within the back four?
Good charge again by Barry. And it takes two to stop her. She really has been strong. Ball picked up by Michaela Cook, out towards Perrott. Plenty of time for someone to score a goal. The reality is, perhaps the ball isn't always passed at the opportune time. The ball was with Helen Evans, and Cardiff come again. More urgency about them in these last few minutes. Power. Spreads it out towards the dependable Lisa Owen, always there, always available. And there she is again. She knew where to stand, she knew where she would be needed. That's not a free kick. It gives TNS a chance to bring the ball, and it's with Harrison. Tier in front of her. Harrison goes, flies past Niamh Jenkins. She's followed by Michaela Cook. Can she get the ball in? Frances Jones is with her. She's very well tackled by Michaela Cook, and then gets her challenge in to stop the charge upfield. Both sides committed in these last minutes.
Yeah, it's great play by Harrison, really direct. As you can see, she's trying to get her head up. There's not enough players around her to support her, but what a fantastic tackle by Michaela Cook.
Lexi Jones. Jones again. Frances Jones, good play. There's movement ahead of her. There's a chance for a shot here from Kelsey Richardson. Body's in the way. And it's fair to say, as we're in the 4th of 5 minutes added, both sides are going for it. Again, Fiona Barry. Good play. That doesn't quite find Hope Olden. Evans. Perrott in front of her, misunderstanding. And it's the home side's chance to charge. Harrison, that's not accurate enough for Tier. And Tier really has been living on crumbs.
Yeah, I think TNS, they're sitting in that compact shape now. They're winning the ball back. And where Cardiff are releasing a lot of players forward, they're able then to hit them on the counter, and it seems to be working for them at the moment.
Last minute. Frances Jones. Again. Finds Lexi Jones. Cleared. One more opportunity perhaps for TNS to come again. Ball in towards Leah Lewis, it's lost. On the charge, no need to say, Fiona Barry, she's looking for the pass. She may go herself, she's on the left foot, that's well charged down by Kayleigh Baker, and it falls to Lewis, and Lewis gets the ball out towards Frances Jones. It's been a competitive first half, there's no doubt about that. And Frances Jones stays down, she looks okay. Shot from Perrott, and it's 10 seconds of the 5 minutes to play in what has been an incident-packed first half. That's overrun, and that may well is indeed it is. Final touch of the first half, and the better chance for Mackenzie Hope Olden, one of many chances for the visitors. That's why the TNS will be comforted. They had their opportunities, sometimes because of this lady, Kerrin Chamberlain, but she has played her part as well. Half-time score here, New Saints 0, Cardiff 0.
welwn ni ar benwythnos agoriadol prif adran Genero. Y seintiau newydd yn erbyn Caerdydd yn fyw fan hyn ar sgorio, a gêm o 2 hanner yw'r ystrydeb, ond hanner o 2 hanner i ni newydd weld fan hyn. Caerdydd yn dechrau'n gryf, ond y seintiau yn addasu ac yn llwyddo i llusgo i hunain mewn i'r gêm, ond does dim goliau hyd yn hyn. Mae Iona Williams wrth yn ochr i fan hyn. Iona, di sgôn, ond pan ni'n edrych ar yr ystadegau yma, cyment o ymdrechion gan Gaerdydd, 57% o'r meddiant, ond ffili cael y bêl yng nghefn yr oed.
Ie, fel edrych y gêm o 2 hanner go iawn, ond da ni'n edrych ar y meddiant, so sa'ch chi'n edrych ar y 20 munud cyntaf, so Gaerdydd gath y bêl i gyd. Ond mae'r seintiau wedi dod yn ôl i fewn i'r gêm, a fydd Gaerdydd yn eitha blin efo hynna bod nhw wedi cymryd mantais o'r cyfleoedd da mi gafodd yn yr 20 munud cyntaf.
Ie, mae hwnna'n bwynt da, achos ni'n mynd i gael cipolwg ar rhai o'r cyfleon yna fan hyn. Fel o ti'n gweud, Iona, rhyw 20 munud agoriadol cryf iawn Gaerdydd, be'n estri o'r cyfleon yma gan yr adar-gleision?
So, i ddechrau mae Fiona Barry, oedd hi'n cael lot gormod y le ganol cae efo'r bêl, a wedyn tod y croesiad i fewn. So, mae'n beri bywyd y fydd roed chwith, rhywbeth fel Lily Billingham, ond mae Helen Evans hefyd yn greu cael y bêl fan hyn, ennill lot o dir i Gaerdydd, a gyda ni'r ddwy yn y canol, ond dim cweit eto am gallu rhaid y bêl yn gefn yr hwyd. Fiona Barry eto, dod ar ei throed chwith, ond ia, ben y drawst.
Ie, Billingham a Fiona Barry oedd yn edrych yn fywiog iawn i Gaerdydd, ond nes ti'r pwynt yn dysylwebeth di, Iona, be nath y seintiau wneud oedd llwyddo i lleihau'r bylchau yna a di stopo roi gymaint o le i'r ddwy yna?
Ia, mwyn wedi stewi Fiona Barry a Lily Billingham, achos oedd nhw'n cymryd drosodd canol y cae. Felly maen nhw wedi gael llai o le, ond bydd nad nhw'n glyfar iawn, nath y gol geidwad i lawr a gath nhw amser i ail ymuno.
O'n i'n gweld y bwrdd tactics ma?
Ia, bwrdd tactics sydd dod allan. A wedyn mae wedi bod yn gêm wahanol ers hynny. Dwi'n meddwl bod nhw wedi newid siap, maen nhw wedi rhoi llai amser. A dwi'n chydig bach fwy o hyder ar y bêl a cadw meddiant yn lot gwell.
Felly ni sôn am Cerin Chamberlain yn y gol i Gaerdydd, a Iona, fi'n credu mae fe'n deig i ddweud, mae hi wedi cael hanner cynta diddorol yn y gol, nag yw i?
Yndi, mae Cerin Chamberlain dim yn licio aros yn eich wrth cosbi, mae'n licio crwydro. Mae'n licio crwydro, achos o beth mae'n darllen y gêm, felly mae'n trio bod yn ysgubwr, mae'n licio bod yn y chwaraewr ychwanegol tu allan. Ond, ia, mae wedi bod yn diddorol gwyliau ei antics yn yr araf cyntaf.
A hon yn gyfle gwych fan hyn, Iona. Ie, be'n estri o'r cyfan welon ni fan hyn?
Ia, dwi'n meddwl ac chwaraewr Caerdydd gicio ddyn i ffen ar y ffordd wrth redeg pasio. Ond, ia, mae'r seintiau wedi gael cyfleoedd, ond dwi'n meddwl fydden nhw'n hapus yn fewn yn hanner amser yn dim.
Ie, o'n i'n mynd i ofyn o ran yr ail hanner yn hanner cynta, os lygu di, faint o hyder sy'n credu mae hwnna'n mynd i roi i'r seintiau newydd. A beth fydd neges Jodie Williams hanner amser?
Dwi'n meddwl Jodie Williams yn deud, da ni cychwyn fel da ni wedi cychwyn o 3 hanner awr ymlaen. Da ni ddim yn cychwyn fel nath ni gychwyn y gêm. Da ni dal yn cael lawr Fiona Barry, Lily Billingham, da ni ddim yn rhaid amser iddyn nhw ar y bêl. Ia, Mwyn wedi gorffan ar hanner cyntaf.
Ie, mae'n mynd i fod yn ail hanner ddiddorol. Sgon ni, os welon ni ambell i gol. Reit, wel, i ni yng nghanol wythnos ryngwladol fan hyn ar S4C. I fi heb cweit adflino o'r daith yn ôl o Kazakhstan. Felly fi wir yn gobeithio bod gwell siap ar Craig Bellamy a'i chwaraewyr e. Mae yna gêm gyfeillgar yn erbyn Canada i ddod. Nos Fawrth yn fyw o Abertawe am 20 munud wedi 7 yn fyw ar S4C. A wedyn ni, mae tîm Dani'n ar Hugen Cymru, ond maen nhw'n wynebu Denmark yn ei ymgyrch nhw i gyrraedd yr Euros. Mae hwnna'n fewn o syfori am 1/4 awr wedi 7 ar ein platfformau digidol. Wel, mae Gwenan Harris wedi cael y dasg pwysig iawn o ddewis gol y mis, a mae hi'n cawd y cwmni nawr. Un gohebydd ni, Nicky John.
Ie, diolch Gwenan. Mae'n anodd i gredu bod ni wedi cyrraedd mis Medi yn barod. Mae hynny wrth gwrs yn golygu bod yna gyfle i edrych ar ôl ar gynigion gol y mis ar gyfer mis Awst. Ti oedd yn cael y fraint o ddewis yr enillydd. Ti eisiau ni fynd â ni drwy dy benderfyniadau?
Ie, pwysau mawr, lot o gol i ddaw. Nes i gyda gol Ryan Reynolds i Met Caerdydd. O'n i jyst yn teimlo o ran y techneg fwy nag unrhyw beth. O bellter yn amlwg, gweledigaeth i edrych lan, gweld bod cyfle gyda fe i ergydio, a wedyn y techneg, cadw pen dros y bêl. Mae'n sgil anodd pan mae'r pêl yn parhau i godi. o'n i'n meddwl, os bys ni wedi sgorio na, bys ni'n hapus iawn.
Ti'n hapus efo hwnna, felly llongyfarchiadau mawr iawn i Ryan. Dwi'n siŵr fydd o wrth ei fodd. Gad i mi ofyn i ti, dwi'n gwybod ti wedi bod yn brysur i fyny yn y pwynt sylwebu pnawn yma. Da ni 3 chwarter awr i fewn i'r tymor newydd yn y brif adran Genero. Dy argraffiadau di hyd yn hyn, Gwenan?
Wel, mae'r gêm wedi bod yn un cyffroes, chwarae teg. Falle diffyg safon ar y degau yn y trydydd ymysodol. Ond ar ôl i'r Seintiau cael mewn i'r gêm, ond nhw bach yn swil ar y dechrau. Mae wedi bod yn gêm gyda digon o cyffro, fel ni'n gweud, a digon o cyfleoedd. Jyst angen y safon nawr i gorffen off y cyfleoedd yna.
Dwi'n meddwl, Dylan Ebenezer ddydodd, mae wedi gweld gemau hefo goliau efo waith safon a hyn pnawn yma.
Yn amlwg, a dyna beth ni moyn gweld hefyd, yw jyst bod gemau'n cystadleuol. Ni wedi gweld digon o goliau yn y gemau cynharach pnawn yma, so ni jyst moyn yr un fath o peth fan hyn, ond bod e'n cystadleuol rhwng y ddau tîm yma, pawb all yn y gyngor.
Ac wrth gwrs fod ddim gael chdi lawr yma ar ochr y cae a peidio'r trafod Cymru. Edrych ymlaen at y gêm na nos fawrth rwan yn erbyn Canada.
Edrych ymlaen, yn amlwg ni ddim yn chwarae tîm fatha Canada yn aml iawn, so fi'n hapus i gweld bod gyda ni gêm cyfeillgar, a beth mae Bellamy moyn cael allan. Ni'n gwybod bod e'n amlwg yn newid y tîm yn gyson, ond sut mae fe mynd i paratoi at y gêm bwysig yna sydd nesaf i ddod o ran yn y ymgyrch, gan ddefnyddio'r gêm yma fel cyfle paratoi.
Gwenan, mae yna just digon o amser i ti fynd i'n ôl panad. Cyfle i chi wneud hynny adra hefyd. Dewch yn ôl at ni mewn cwpl o funudau ar gyfer yr ail hanner felly rhwng y Seintiau Newydd a Chaerdydd.
fan hyn ar Sgoriog. Mae yna digon o rhaglenni pêl-drod i ddod fan hyn ar S4C gan dechrau gyda un special iawn. Rhaglen ddogfen arbennig yn dathlu bywyd a gyrfa Joey Jones. Ar o'r Cymru, Lerpwl ac wrth gwrs Wrexham. I chi ddim am golli hwnna nos yfori ar S4C am 5 munud wedi 10. A wedyn ni, fel arfer, fe fyddwn ni nôl nos lun gyda holl uchafbwyntiau'r penwythnos nos yfori. Ac eto, nos Fawrth am hanner awr wedi 6, ond cyn hynny, i ni'n barod i fynd fan hyn yng Nghroi Lloswallt, felly nôl â ni nawr at ein tîmau sylweddi ni.
Thank you, Sioned. No changes in either side, and we've had 13 goals in 3 games earlier this afternoon. 4 as Swansea beat Barry 4-0, 7 as Wrexham beat Britain Ferry 5-2, and another 2 as Aberystwyth beat Pontypridd. But we're still waiting for the opening goal here, as the champions will play from right to left. And the wind howls. And it comes straight towards Katie and myself. She's not complaining, I am. And again, an early error. Katie still nibbling on her Haribos.
Got to get the sugar in.
And yep, Noah hasn't normally had to make half-time talks, but Ian Derbyshire, as we say, absent with leave for this game. And all the pre-season talk has been how disappointed Ian Derbyshire would have been that they only won the treble last season, but they were beaten to the league trophy by no one less than TNS. And in fact, that's the only win TNS have had. They've met 16 times. Cardiff have won 15 of the 16 encounters. And in the league, it's been 12 out of 12 for Cardiff. At the moment, TNS going a little bit better.
Yeah, they had a great season last year, TNS. You know, this year they got a new manager, some new faces. They've added some experience to their team, so they really want to build on, you know, a fantastic season last year, 3rd place finish. Like you said, they won the Adran Trophy. This is about building on last season now. Can they go that one step further and really push Cardiff City? But, you know, I do think Wrexham are going to be there or thereabouts again this season. They've really strengthened as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really competitive season.
Yeah, just 4 points separating 2nd to 4th place last season. And once again, a charging run. No foul, but Fiona Barry, number 8 for the visitors, looking as if she means to carry on in the second half as she played in the first. Collected there by Lexi Harrison. Challenges Tier and finds a good run by Tier, good pass by Harrison. She's going to go alone, I think. She fires. And perhaps she could have passed backwards, because there were Harrison and Lexi Jones. Can you blame her for going alone?
Well, it's really encouraging signs, isn't it? Early doors for her. You know, she's found herself in a great space. She's waiting for her team to catch up with her. She does really well to keep hold of the ball and evade that pressure from Jenkins. But just this moment here, as striker, you want to go for goal, don't you? But is there a better pass, a better option there to try and cause Chamberlain more of a problem? But she's a striker, she's always going to go for goal.
Well, Cardiff do have the advantage of having played the one game already this season. That was in the Champions League competition. But that was a disappointing encounter, as it has been for the last few seasons. They lost out in Athlone 4-0, and that, you would imagine, must be the next step for Cardiff, to take the step up. They are conquering the leagues, but they need to take that step up, just as the TNS men eventually found themselves doing last season. That's the next step, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really difficult for anyone who wins the league and then goes into those games. It's out of season as well, so it's always in pre-season, which is really difficult. But yeah, I don't know how we find a way to close the gap. You know, we see the success that Cardiff City had in the season, but then when you go and play these teams who are in those professional settings, we're just not able to compete at the moment.
That is such a poor free kick again. Giving possession away, and possession is lost. And she thought of firing herself. Lexi Jones spreads the ball out wide towards Frances Jones. It's a good start to this second half, though, by TNS, far more assured than they were before the interval, but a loose pass, and suddenly the ball's with Mackenzie Hope-Alden, and it's her turn to give the ball away cheaply.
I think both teams got to do so much better when they get into these key areas.
That's a good pass. Frances Jones whips that one in across the face. The goalkeeper came, but she either failed to touch it or she decided to let it go. It's been an up and down afternoon for Karen Chamberlain.
It was a great initial switch ball to get Maria Frances Jones into the game. I think this is a cross, but again, who's got that desire to get on the end of it?
Lexi Harrison was at the near post, but nobody at the far post. But that was good service, cleared by Jenkins. Jones. Yep, free kick given. And this is a good opportunity. Maria Frances Jones running across, looks as if she might want to take this one. It's an opportunity to put the ball into the Cardiff box.
It was great play from Lexi Jones. She uses her body really, really well, just to roll Hannah Power and just turn and face the goal, and she draws her team a foul, and hopefully they can use this set piece a lot better than they've done previously.
And Frances Jones it is, one full Welsh cap to her name. And might this be the breakthrough? It's aimed towards Kaylee Baker once again. Probably a little bit too much on it, but she seems to think they could have made more of that.
It's a good delivery in, but for me it's all about the run and the timing. You know, can you start a little bit deeper and then come onto the ball, put the ball back across the box? I think the starting position, can she curve her run a little bit better just to get a little bit more contact on the ball?
And again, the decision to play the ball out of the back almost causes problems. But the visitors have possession with Evans. Evans gets past Frances Jones. Frances Jones gets up and is there to take the return ball. Good turn by Chantel Tier, who really is having to do everything on her own. Tries to release Lexi Jones there. Cook is with her. And that goes Cardiff's way. You probably have to forgive these players slightly because these conditions are difficult, aren't they? The wind is strong and swirling.
Yeah, but you've got to adapt, haven't you? You know, the wind is swirling. Do you always have to play that long ball? You know, Cardiff City are known for playing the ball, playing through the thirds, but they're not doing that at the moment, and I think that's why TNS are getting a lot more success.
Good turn by Billingham. Billingham looks to put Hope-Alden in, and she is in. That's a good ball across. Barry! The foot was enough, but really that wasn't quite on target. It's collected by Power. Quick pass by Power. Finds Barry. Barry beats her defender far too easily. Pulls the ball back. That's a weak shot. And Billingham's rather fortunate perhaps that ends up at a corner, but good play by the visitors.
Yeah, it's great forward play from Barry. You know, the initial chance here, but the second opportunity, Fiona Barry just making the right decisions.
Corner kick. Fiona Barry will take that kick. Michaela Cook on the penalty spot. It's beyond her. It's high. It's beyond the head of Niamh Jenkins. And this should be cleared. Closed down by Shannon Evans. She's done well. Cardiff could have given that one up. Low sun, possibly a problem for the keeper, Rebecca Elliott. Brad hangs, Elliott comes, good punch, gets the ball away. And Frances Jones there, half clears. Danger still there, in the end up only as far as Lisa Owen. Inside Lisa Owen is Hannah Power, she opts for the forward ball, that's wasted, collected by Baker, who has time. And a period of pressure from the visitors comes to nothing. Power closed down by Lewis. Again, good turn by Billingham. Lewis blocks her, referee says, quite rightly, play on. Lexi Harrison trying to create something. She's busy in fairness, but she and Chantel Tier really have had to make their own fortune in this game. Tier keeps that alive, she does well, tries to pull it back, she has another opportunity. Too many options perhaps, and in the end aims towards Leah Lewis. Chamberlain comes, Chamberlain falls, Chamberlain gets up, and that was a good response from TNS.
Yeah, again, it's Chantel Tier, isn't it, causing all the problems. Better decision by her this time. She gets her head up, she can find Lewis on the edge of the box, but just needs a little bit more conviction in that strike on goal to really cause Chamberlain any issues.
Well, she's known as a shot stopper, but she's created a lot of excitement by decisions that she's taken outside of the box. And they're the openings that TNS have had.
Again, it's that finding the ball in the central areas. Billingham, I expect more from her. You know, she has to find someone in blue because she's turning over the ball far too easily there for TNS. Trying to force her a little bit at times, Cardiff City. Go back to what you're good at, recycling the ball, being composed in possession and playing through the thirds.
Look at Chamberlain, she's made the mistake. And in the end, the mistake counted, and Chantel Tier brings tears to the eyes of Kerrin Chamberlain. What a mistake. And it was coming. The decisions have been strange. She's got away with one after another after another. But after 57 minutes, Chantel Tier has put the Saints ahead against the champions. New Saints 1, Cardiff 0.
Well, you talk about making your own luck. And you can see she's holding on to the ball here. And trying to play out, recycle the ball. The ball goes back, and Tier, she anticipates it straight away. Aggressive, pressing, forcing errors, pushing Chamberlain under pressure. And sometimes you make your own luck from that hard work. And it's one of those moments that Chamberlain will want to forget. But, fair play to Chantel Tier.
Yep, well, we've been saying, hadn't we, that Chantel Tier loves scoring against Cardiff. They're coming again, Tier's in the box, Tier on her right foot, it's charged down, ball with Lexi Jones. And Cardiff are rattled at the moment. Ball collected, chance to clear. But going back to Chantel Tier, that's her 6th goal against Cardiff. She scored against them 3 times last season. She's got one this season.
It's exactly what you want from your striker, isn't it? Anticipate, be alert, stay alive.
And we were just saying, weren't we? She has been working hard, as has Lexi Harrison, just to make their own luck. And she looked all alone, but she was determined, and she put the keeper under pressure, just in case that mistake came.
And it's about reading the game. You know, the Chamberlain likes to have the ball at her feet. You know she's slightly off her line. So it's a risk, isn't it? You know, you could argue it's a poor back pass from Jenkins. You know, if you're going to play that ball, you need to play with pace so that the striker can't close it down. Or does that ball even need to go there? Can you miss a pass and go to the other fullback? But she anticipates it, she puts the pressure on, and she gets her rewards.
Well, an hour played almost, and we have the makings of a big shock here as the champions fall behind, and it's no wonder that Jodie Williams, in her first game in charge, looks more than satisfied.
And this is where we see now the character from this Cardiff City team. They're under pressure now. You're coming into this season, you're looking for their fourth consecutive title. You're going to have a target on your back. You know, other teams, they want to knock you off your pedestal. Where do we see now these characters, these experienced players, getting this group back together and going back to what they're good at and really putting TNS under pressure?
Well, in the second half, we've seen very, very little from Cardiff. And, well, we've seen the goal again and again and again. She just will not want to see that. She knows what she's done. She has the experience. She can get over it. But
you know, mistakes happen in football, don't they?
Of course they do.
You know, you can't dwell on it. You just have to bounce back. And unfortunately, as a goalkeeper, you make a mistake, more than likely it's going to end in a goal.
I seem to remember that our first commentary together, Katie, was Wales playing Scotland, and Wales lost by 1 goal owing to a very, very similar goalkeeping error. There's going to be a substitution in a moment, first of the game, and it's a question now of how the champions will react. It's going to be a change, in fact, for the home side, and Caitlin Chapman is going to come on, and it's Amber Lightfoot who will leave the field. So Lightfoot really should have gone off the other side.
She's in no rush.
She is not. She's run all the way across the field. Then she's slowed down, and Caitlin Chapman comes on. One goal last season. She's an attacking player, and Billingham back on, having had the treatment that's caused the delay. And in the meantime, people are still talking about that goal from Chantel Tier, which, it has to be said, came from a mistake. That's a frustrating foul given by Fiona Barry. Nice bit of skill.
Yeah, it's great footwork here to get yourself out of a tight space. That's, you know, she's got away with one there if she hasn't got a booking.
Yep. There's going to be a change as well. Madison Perrott is leaving, and coming on, Holly-Ann Smith. Holly-Ann Smith, 21-year-old right back, Wales international at under 19 level. And that goal has certainly fired up TNS. First touch there for Chapman, and she wins the throw, and she takes it quickly and finds Lexi Jones. Holden.
You can see as well, Holly Smith's gone into that full-back position, and it's allowed Michaela Cook to go into her more natural position as that wide midfielder or wide forward.
Yep. And that's a yellow card for stopping an attacking move. Just a tug.
Yeah, rightly so. She stopped the attacker there. Progressing up the field is a booking in the law of the game.
Francis Jones. Headed clear. Collected by Billingham. And you do get the feeling that Billingham's determination might be the key, alongside Berry. Ball collected by Cook. Referee lets that play on. Holly-Ann Smith, the substitute, up towards Kenzie Hope-Holden. As you say, playing a little bit wider now. Billingham again towards Hope-Holden. She stays down. Ball aimed. Now then, this is a chase. Caitlin Chapman, the substitute, in the middle. Running in is Tia, looking perhaps for her second. Ball aimed towards Tia. She tried to turn the defender. It didn't work, but that was a good swift move by TNS.
And that's all they need to do now. They just need to soak up the pressure, stay compact, and when they win the ball back, when you have players like Chapman and Tia, who you know have that pace and they're so direct and they have that flair, they can make something happen.
Again, an error by Chamberlain. Kicks the ball straight towards Richardson. Oh, that's a trip. And that's, again, a sign of frustration, nothing more. They have been rattled by that error which led to that goal.
Yeah, they certainly have. It's just that lack of discipline, isn't it? Billingham, she loses the ball, and that's a very sinister challenge there. And you're playing into TNS hands doing that. You know, they'll slow the game down, and it's another opportunity for the ball in the box.
Into the box it goes. Chamberlain very happy to hold that. We have another live game, and that's on the Rock in Chirk, and it's Wrexham. Fine winners today against Barry. Look at Tia. Tia gone a little bit too early, offside, and it was fortunate Niamh Jenkins was with her, but she was the last line of defence. It's been a better second half performance from the home side.
Oh, much better, yeah. You know, they're really putting Cardiff City under pressure. They're moving the ball with a lot more composure, a lot more intent, and they're being direct, and that's what seems to be causing Cardiff a lot of problems.
Cook goes past the defender. That's over the goalkeeper. Nobody at the far post. Lisa Owen joins to keep the momentum going. Her chance to put the ball in. Now that falls kindly off for Barry. She could have shot there, perhaps. She chose not to. Evans spreads the ball out to Cook. Another opportunity to put the ball into the box. Composed play. Substitute Holly-Ann Smith. I'm not sure if that was necessary. Corner conceded by Rebecca Elliott, and Holly-Ann Smith has had a good impact since coming on.
Yeah, she's been able to push into that midfield role from that right back. Just didn't connect with the ball well enough really to put the goalkeeper under pressure, and like you said, the keeper could have left that, and it's an opportunity now for Cardiff to put in this set piece.
And Holly-Ann Smith to take the kick, and if this leads to a goal, then the TNS goalkeeper will be disappointed. It hangs there. She could have caught that. She decides to punch, and in the end collects, and she releases the ball quickly, and the home side have a chance to bring the ball up towards to their substitute, Caitlin Chapman. And I wonder, is it now that you feel the loss of your regular manager, Ian Derbyshire? Is this where perhaps you'd want his experience?
Yeah, it's a lonely place, isn't it, standing on that touchline, and you the more people you have around you sometimes, just to see, so you see things differently. So without your main guy, the boss on the sideline, yeah, it is tricky. But, you know, Noah's been with this team for a long time, so he knows the players, he knows the system, but just having that other person to lean on is really important.
Lexi Jones spreads the ball out. Cleared by Jenkins. Approaching the last 20 minutes, and the champions for the last 3 seasons are behind. It wasn't an easy opening game for them. Last season was a good season for the eventual third place TNS, and everybody seems to agree, have strengthened. Hope Holden. And the ball falls to Jones. Tier keeps the ball in play. Collected by Chamberlain.
They have a new life of energy now, don't they, TNS, since that goal? You know, real urgency about them, real intent. And they're not just sitting back and soaking up pressure, they're committing players forward, and they're going for it.
She's had the direction go down, and slowly but surely, first game of the season perhaps, and they're beginning to fall like pins. Now, this is not the first telephone call that Jodie Williams has taken. She's on the phone to you, is she?
What's for tea, you might be asking?
Well, it's not the 88th minute, it's only the 70th minute. This could be a troublesome last 20 minutes.
There's still plenty of time to play here, and we've seen season after season, you know, the Cardiff will pop up with those late winners. You know, the defending champions, there's a long way to go yet.
And well, perhaps the reality is they know there's a tough 20 minutes ahead, and the direction has been to go down. And there's the captain, Hannah Power, and sister of the very proud Kitty Sherwood, if I may say so, and the back playing football following the birth of the delightful Nelly. And what position will Nelly play in the future, I wonder?
Well,
makings of a tough, stubborn midfielder.
Absolutely. if she's already very aware, very determined, so yeah, big aspirations for her. And you know, it's fantastic. There's lots of mums in this league as well, to show others that.
Oh, she's through. Frances Jones and Sharon Evans did very, very well there. And we are so pleased that we're talking babies, and the goal hasn't been scored.
No, I just think it's important to note, you know, that shouldn't be a barrier to stop you from playing. You know, and if you can juggle both, then amazing. But there are some mums in this league, and credit to them to be able to juggle, but being an athlete and being a mum.
Harrison did well to get the ball out then, but a heavy touch gives Cardiff City the chance to clear. I think it's fair to say they're beginning to look tired, both teams, aren't they? And that's perhaps not unexpected.
And this is where, like I say, you want your leaders to really come into play, to make sure you're still doing the fundamental things right. That's great play from Matilda Edge there, an up-and-coming youngster, really excited to see what she can deliver this season.
Ball was held up, but then nobody up in support, and this is the latest. And Hannah Power is going to be replaced by Kerry Waltlett. And well, she'll be happy with a solid midfield performance, won't she?
Yeah, and Kerry Walcott coming on, you know, she's a different player to Hannah. Hannah's someone who will sit and dictate the play, but Walcott, she's more of an attacking player, dynamic midfielder, and I'm sure she's come on to try and give that little bit more flair and imagination to Cardiff City, because at the moment they don't look like scoring, and she's that sort of player who can unlock a defence with great vision, great technical ability.
Has been captain of Cardiff City in her time, is now carrying out coaching duties at Cirencester College, and the new captain is Shannon Evans. So they've brought on some experience in bringing on Kerry Walcott as we approach the 15-minute to go mark, and Cardiff really need to find the form of the first half, which simply has been absent. Baker, the defender, does just enough. Lewis gives possession away cheaply. Ball with Billingham. Chance to spread the ball out towards Fiona Barry. It wasn't accurate enough, and Francis Jones has been very busy on that right side of the defence for the Saints. Gets the ball away. Good turn. Ball goes to Lexi Jones. Lexi Jones shut down by the new captain, Evans. That's a good run again by Billingham. Overruns it, collected by Richardson.
Yeah, she does really well there, Billingham, but she's got to release the ball sooner. She beats two players, then you've got to release the ball, because you're allowing the defenders then to get back and tackle you. So it's just those little decisions.
Walcott looks for Barry. Barry does well to keep it in. Walcott's there for her if she needs her.
I think Maria Francis Jones has been fantastic in both attack and defence. You know, she's a Welsh international. She was at Manchester City, come back to the Adran Premier, and she's been a fantastic addition to the league. You know, she does a fantastic job at both ends of the pitch.
Yep, joint top assists last season as well. Busy at the other end of the field when she's not carrying out her defensive duties, and has been responsible for more than one charge down that wing for TNS today, but she's and somebody needs to take a hold of the champions, because they seem a little bit down. They're certainly not in charge of this game. That's a push, that'll be a kick, free kick against Holly Ann Smith. But what a story this will be. 3 times champions and losing the first game of the season. It's early to start talking about that story. There's a booking here for obstructing the free kick, and that's a cheap yellow card for Chantel Tier. But I'm sure they sensed that we could be on the verge of something very, very big here.
Yeah, this will be a massive result in the league. You know, the opening game doesn't define your whole season, but you know, it does put that extra bit of pressure. And like I said, it's pressure at the top. They're the team that everyone's chasing. There's a target on your back. Everyone's waiting for you to slip. But you know, it's how you respond, isn't it? So there's still plenty of time to get back into the game. But yeah, this will be a massive story.
Possession lost. Ball with Evans. Evans spreads it out now. That should have been a better ball, and it was too easy to clear in reality. Ball collected by the substitute Smith. That's offside, and again that's a kick away after the whistle. She gets away with that, but it's a further sign of frustration.
She's already been booked as well.
Yep. Another change, and we're going to see Lexi Jones, I think, leave the field once the referee's attention is drawn. And can you believe it? Zara Gibbs, the substitute, is removing her necklace, and so the game goes on.
I'm old school, but those things annoy me. Be ready. Get ready to get on the pitch.
Wayne Phillips, the footballer, will tell you that had he had his pads on, ready, be ready, he would have been capped. But the manager simply turned round, looked at the subs, who's ready, and put somebody who had his pads on. And Wayne will agree with you. From that day on, he was always ready. Everything off that needs to be off, everything on that needs to be on.
I totally agree.
All a bit scrappy, but all potentially very, very big. And on comes Zara Gibbs, joined in the summer with Kidderminster last year, and Lexi Jones leaves the pitch. And the defender comes on as they perhaps now start thinking about preserving what they've got.
Yeah, big 10 minutes to go now for both teams. Can TNS hold on? Can Cardiff get back into the game?
Well, it has to be said, second goal for TNS has looked just as likely as a first goal for Cardiff. Ball with Holly-Ann Smith, the substitute. Ball in towards Evans. Again, that's a poor pass. The run had been made by Mackenzie Hope Holden into the box, but that's a start of a busy week. Just to confirm, Wales under-21 against Denmark under-21 on your socials, on YouTube tomorrow at 7:15 live, and then Wales-Canada live from Swansea 7:20 again on S4C. And that will be interesting to see the attendance at the Swansea.com stadium. Fiona Berry, she pulls the ball back. Oh, now then it's skied over by Lily Billingham, and that perhaps is the best chance that Cardiff have had this second half.
Oh, what an opportunity that was. And Lily Billingham, she knows it. It's great play from Barry. It's a perfectly weighted ball into an area that just wants to be attacked. It's just that composure from Billingham, and usually she has that. She gets her eyes up, plays into a great space.
Well, that was a chance. There's going to be another change. We're going to see Chantal Tier, the scorer of the only goal of the game, leaving. And Charlotte Crease, a replacement striker. Yep. So Tier off. And Charlotte Crease, a young striker, 21-year-old, joined from Birmingham, comes on as a replacement. Cardiff need a goal. They've got plenty of time. That was a shocking free kick. Another opportunity perhaps for Holly-Ann Smith. In it goes. Oh! And that could have been the goal that Lexi Harrison was looking for, but unfortunately it's the wrong goal. Dear me, look at the relief on her face.
You're scoring at the other end. It's a great ball in from Smith.
What a header!
It's a great defensive header. The keeper had it covered anyway.
She will claim that that was a defensive header. She knew exactly what she was doing. But Cardiff, they are now pressing. Keeper thinks about coming, stays where she is. Back. That saves a corner. Walklet. And that's overhit. And somehow TNS still lead.
She's still smiling. It's a great ball in from Smith. You put the ball into dangerous areas, you know, mistakes happen, you force errors. She got away with one there.
Oh. Seven minutes of the 90 remaining. Fiona Barry again, and who's with her? Frances Jones. She's worked so hard. Barry, of course, has worked hard as well for Cardiff. And you seem to get the impression she feels she has to do it herself. Now here's the chance. The ball falls away from the strikers again. Chance to clear. It's taken. Danger still there. It needs to be cleared by TNS as Hope Holden charges in. And you get the feeling that this is the beginning of a nervy, difficult last 7 or 8 minutes for TNS. Evans. But they're beginning to string a few passes together. Out by Baker. There's frustration amongst the Cardiff players as Rebecca Elliott stays down. And it is a first game of the season.
I'm not taking that as an excuse. A cramp in the first game of the season.
Get those Haribos.
But no, from a Cardiff perspective, I would be frustrated on the sideline. Goalkeeper going down again. I understand why TNS are doing it. They're playing the game, totally understand. But as a Cardiff City player and coach, obviously you're going to be frustrated with it.
And this happens at a time when, for the first time in the second half, Cardiff have got some sort of momentum going, haven't they?
You know, and they're disrupting it. So I totally understand why you would do it, just to regroup and settle again.
So Laura Kernock is about to come on. I think it's going to be Michaela Cook leaving, but not yet. And play resumes. And Cardiff are going to try and maintain the momentum. Barry, she has a go, and she has been one of Cardiff's better players, undoubtedly, this afternoon. And now the change will happen. And in fact, Laura Kernock comes on for Michaela Cook. And Megan Bowen will come on for Mackenzie Hope Holden.
I think there's going to be a bit of a positional change here as well, Nick. I think you can see that Shannon Evans is leaving that centre-back position, which Meg Bowen will fill. And Shannon Evans is going into that forward line. She was originally a forward, so she knows that position well, but they got to go for it. They got to try and get something out of this game.
And both teams have continued to try and play the ball out of defence, and both teams have struggled. But here's a rare visit in the last 10 minutes by TNS into the Cardiff half. Barry, again, you've mentioned Maria Francis-Jones for TNS, but Barry has been just as industrious for Cardiff, hasn't she?
Yeah, and if you think anything's going to happen, it's going to come from Barry. You know, she's been in those positions, she's picking up the ball in really good areas. It just hasn't fallen well enough for her to find the back of the net.
Kernock, number 7, looks to get in the challenge. Ball back aimed towards Shannon Evans. It's collected by Lisa Owen. Lisa Owen finds Evans. Evans tries to feed or to accept the ball back. But one Evans can't find the other, and it's nail-biting time for Jodie Williams. What a start this would be. And the Cardiff City bench, no, they need to start looking at that watch. There will be minutes added on, of course there will be. Billingham does well again. Looks, aims. That's over hit, and the touch came off a Cardiff City player, and it's going to be a goal kick, and I rather suspect it might take a while to be taken. Minutes of the 90 remaining. The champions for the last 3 seasons. So ambitious to be the first team ever to win it for the 4th consecutive season at 2 minutes and a few minutes of added time away from defeat. And the attendance well, we have to announce it, 348. And it has to be said, that's disappointing.
Yeah, we talked about the impact that the Wales at the Euros might have on this league, and we know growing the attendance is something that the FAW really trying to work on and put a plan in place, and hopefully we can see these attendances increase throughout the season.
Foul. That's committed by Charlotte Crease on Kerry Walklett. And the New Saint players are looking anxiously at where they're positioned, but they're also half looking anxiously towards the touchline. They want to see how many minutes are going to be added on for stoppages. They may pay the price for some of the time wasting, some would suggest, that's occurred in this second half. But now a chance for Cardiff to get a late equaliser in towards the spot. There's plenty of room, far too much room. And really Kernock should have done better. That was such a good chance.
Yeah, it's just having that awareness of where you are in the box, isn't it?
But look at the space that she had.
So much space. She had time to bring the ball down. You can see it, is there something off the training field, putting the ball into that space? But you've got to have better awareness as a striker in the box, knowing where the goal is.
4 minutes. I'm bound to say, I thought there might be more, but we are 4 minutes away from undoubtedly the shock of the day. Whether it's the shock of the season, well, it probably is the shock of the season at the moment, one game in.
I said at the beginning of the game, Nick, that this league goes from strength to strength each season, and we know the teams around are getting much more competitive and they're chasing Cardiff.
Desperate defending now. Desperate defending. Will it be a mistake that leads to a visitor's goal? Holly-Ann Smith, the defender, the substitute rather, to the defender, Evans. Poor ball, utter frustration from her fellow players on the ball. Oh, should have found substitute Caitlin Chapman. It's one mistake after the other. That was nearly another one by Karen Chamberlain. Well, it certainly was, but it hasn't fallen as badly as it could have done. Both sides going for it. TNS, of course, no. One more goal and they're safe. Frances Jones. That did not arrive for Leah Lewis. And Lisa Owen brings it away, and Lisa Owen looks for Fiona Barry, and there are some tired legs there now. Barry gets the corner and possibly handball given, and it is. So it's not a corner, it's a free kick, and we are in approaching the second minute of the 4 added. Time is running out. This might be a good chance.
Yeah, this could be the last opportunity here for Cardiff to get a point from this game, or can TNS hold out?
And Maria Francis-Jones selected by our colleague Gwenann Harris, former Welsh international, of course, as the player of the game. Certainly, we won't argue with that. Good ball in. Keeper stays where she was. Somehow it's kept alive, and it's cleared 2 yards from goal. Owen puts the ball back in. Out. And in the end, Billingham couldn't get there.
And who's making this initial contact here, this start of the game, play of the game? Maria Francis-Jones, like I said, making impact in both boxes. And it's great defending from TNS.
Is there one last opportunity for the champions? Chamberlain. Cardiff simply do not lose. They've won the Welsh Cup 4 seasons in a row. They have won the League 3 seasons in a row. They simply do not lose, and they are 45 seconds from losing in this opening game of the season, unless there is a very, very dramatic ending to this game. Her first game as manager of TNS. Some thought that was the final whistle. There's 20 seconds still to play. The ball, keeper has to get there first before Lisa Owen, and she does so comfortably. The ball in the wrong half of the pitch so far as the champions are concerned. That's cleared out, and the final whistle is blown. And what a result for TNS. The champions have been beaten. One goal, one mistake. Kerin Chamberlain will remember this day. Chantel Tier will remember the day she scored the goal, and Jodie Williams will remember the day. What a dramatic start to the season. TNS 1, Cardiff the champions 0.
i ni newydd gael ar benwthnos agoriadol prif adran Genero. Y seintiau newydd yn middi'r pencampwyr Cardydd o gôl i ddim. Gôl Chantel Tia oedd y gwahaniaeth yn y diwedd fan hyn yng Nghroes Oswallt. Boes bach, well i ni gael bach o ymateb nawr gyda'n gohebydd ni, Nicky John.
Well, Jodie, in terms of introductions to this league and in terms of a way to set off a season, that was not a bad start, was it?
Not at all. It was a fantastic game. Within the first half, we thought that Cardiff, were going to potentially at points be on top of us, but the girls came back out and gave their absolute everything, and grit, resilience got us through.
Yeah, and I mean, just to set the message there again, it's the first time that TNS have ever taken any points off Cardiff in this league. Cardiff the champions as well. That's such a statement to begin the season with.
Yeah, sure. It wasn't anything in terms of them coming to us today. It wasn't anything to dismiss. We knew it was going to be tough. We knew it was going to be a really, really tough first fixture for the girls. Given everything, the credit that Cardiff have built over the years, all the successes that they've had, Champions League game pre-season as well. But everything that all the players just put on the pitch from the staff. This is what we've been building for pre-season, and as I said before, it's what we've been building for, it's what we've been working on, and we're really pleased.
Chantel Tia here, the goal scorer. We know how Chantel loves to score a goal. You couldn't turn that one down when it was put on a plate for you like that either, could you? But what kind of game was that to play in? Did things kind of settle down a bit after the first 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, it was a tough first 20 minutes, which we knew it was going to be. We're a new team, we're playing the champions, but after we settled, we played how we know we can play, and I thought we did excellent, and we punished them on their mistakes, which is what we wanted to do, which was our game plan, and it worked. And I managed to score the goal, which is obviously lovely, but the girls put in such a great shift, and I'm proud of every single one of them. And the staff. We've been working for this for so long in pre-season, and we deserve the win.
I know when I've spoken to you previously, one message that's come out really clearly as what this team is about is the ethos, and I think that's something that's really come across today. I do want to ask you, Jodie, we did catch a glimpse of you on the phone more than a couple of times. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it wasn't a personal call. I wasn't just having a chit chat, with my bestie. There were a few tactical bits and pieces going on in and around, and look, that's kind of part of what this is about. As you say, there's really good ethos and community in and around the club, and that's instilled through the players and staff. We all pull together to support each other. So yeah, there was a few tactical conversations going on naturally, but it's helped. It's helped us today. It's set the stone for what we're going to do. And it's a combined effort, so yeah, hence the tactical phone calls.
Really appreciate you both coming over to speak to us. Diolch yn fawr iawn, and llongyfarchiadau, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. A mae wedi bod yn benwthnos fysi yn y brif adran. Dyma cadarnhad felly o'r canlyniadau. 3 pwynt i Wrexham, Aberystwyth ac Abertawe, ond yr Adargleision Caerdydd yn colli ag am fuddugoliaeth mae hon wedi bod i seintiau newydd Jodie Williams. Fiona, waw, sa'n gwybod os oedd neb yn disgwyl hwnna, y seinti newydd yn danfon neges clir iawn i weddill y gyngrair hyn yma.
Oedd, chwarae teg hollol eiddiannol. O'n i jyst yn meddwl yn yr ail hanner, nhw oedd y tîm gorau. Mynd ddarin nhw newid pethau hanner ffordwn hanner cynta, achos oedd nhw wedi asesu'r gêm a di addasu.
Llwn ni weld y gol fan hyn, Iona, be nesti o hon, Chantel, wel, ie. Oedd hi ar blat i Chantel Tia.
Oedd, ond be nath i hefyd, nath i weld y Baskin Jenkins cyn iddi gychwyn, so oedd hi wedi cael step ymlaen yn barod, ond ia, ti jyst yn disgwyl gwell. Goliadwr profiadol Chamberlain, ti'n disgwyl gwell gan rhywun fel hi. Be ti di wneud hynny? Ti'n gweld Chantel Tia rhaid amdano chdi, ti'n gorfod y bel drwy hwnna, ac os ti'n gorfod cymryd y kitchen sink fel dan ni ddweud yn Saesneg, sa chdi,
O'n i'n sôn am Cerin Chamberlain yn y gôl i Gaerdydd hefyd. Wel, noson yw anghofio i Gaerdydd. Mae wedi bod yn bleser cael gwylo'r seintiau newydd yma heno. Cofiwch mwy o bêl-drod i ddod rhyngwladol. Cymru yn erbyn Canada nos Fawrth, ond fan hyn yng Nghroes Oswallt oedd gôl Chantel Tia yn ddigon i adael y pencampwyr Caerdydd mewn dagrau nos da.